Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. In this one I'm going to show you how I repaired this guitar. Now this guitar was really worth repairing because in its day it was quite a good guitar. It had a handmade rosette, some nice timbers, quite a nice tone, but it did have some things missing or which I thought was not up to standard, and it came in very damaged. So let's get started. Now this one that's come in is a little bit of a sad state. It does have the neck and everything up there, although it's broken down on the body. The body starting at the neck right round the whole thing is broken, and even the back has popped off in its damage. But apart from that, it's in actually quite good condition, believe it or not. Now because the back is nearly all off, I can deal with the sides and everything else better if it is off, so I'll take it right off, even though sometimes it's a little bit hard to get it precisely back on. I'm going to put a saw blade in the crack here, then a stick of the same thickness as the body, and then another one as a guide on top. Clamp it all on there, so that I can now go around cutting that off at the same thickness. Now this one here only has 2 ribs on the back here, and fortunately it wasn't well glued in there, so the ribs popped out with the back. I've made just a paper thin area there. I'll just leave that on because it's going to go back on there properly. And this one will need an extension repair, but that's okay. Now the trick will be in the future to get it back on fitting very precisely once we do the repairs, but hopefully if the repairs are precise enough it won't be too much of a problem. Now I have put little sticks between here to repair those cracks and a few intermediary ones here just to get that back right. Now to get it really nice and tight, it's a good idea to clamp those preliminary dry runs without glue, just to make sure that the whole thing is going to go together, and also with a clamp vertically as well, just to make sure that that's going to go properly. And so we can find all those minor inconsistencies and then spread all of that crack and sides back till they are perfectly where they used to be. Then we can glue it. So we can put the glue on, and then we can have a stick on the inside, stick on the outside, so that it's going to be nice and flat. Then we can massage some glue into that crack. And put a clamp on top. And I think I'll put a patch on the inside of that. Then I'll massage some glue on both sides of the one I'm doing and clamp it down. I'm going to thicken the lining so the back doesn't pop off again. take that layer of paint off. Now, apart from after doing the thickening up the linings, well, I've glued here the neck post there. I've repaired a couple of patches and also a number of these little triangles that were holding the head on, and they'd popped when it got dropped, so that got glued back on there and back solid. I also checked that the ribs were on as well, and I also put a patch across this here because it was cracked down here and had to glue it back to that rib there. I have glued the lid ribs, extended that one, making sure it goes to the right place so that it will go in nice and tight. Apply the glue. And there it is clamped on. It's actually quite tricky to get that to fit absolutely precisely, but a little bit of fiddling you can get it. Now this guitar actually has a real handmade rosette inserted, so it's actually quite good quality. And the back is a nice mahogany with a line down the center, which is quite nice too. So it would have been nice to have, and the sides came together quite nicely, but if it wasn't for those bits that were missing, the patches that I had to put in, I would have varnished it also to bring it back to something very nice. But I think I'll paint the side black or dark to mask those patches. So there we are, nicely finished and turned out quite nicely. So having put before putting the strings on, a finishing touch that they didn't put on this guitar, which is surprising for the quality of it, was the spots, which I have done in a lighter coloured wood and on the side, so you can tell where the 12th fret is, 9th, 7th and 5th. It also didn't have a strap button, so I put one of those on as well.